Right, everyone, how are you? Now, before we go any further, patience is a virtue. Yeah. Total reason, big reason why I've made everyone wait for a video. Total, and it's worked wonders. So, Kushti, yeah. Now, the bullshit is up there, bullshit. I know, but listen, I'm just going to go through a couple of things before we go through all this. All right. Now, I was just having a little mooch for this book earlier, right? And well, basically, yeah, I'm going to go through a couple of bits in this, yeah, because it's going to lead into what I'm going to get onto in a second. Galactic War. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start like because there's a lot of claims out there, right? Yeah, and there's some of them you know what I'm going on about, yeah. Anunnaki, right? The Anunnaki, right? First, second, third, fourth, fifth generation humans, yeah. They're always in the background, right? And they're not good, right? They will come across good to those beings at that time of history, yeah, because they do exactly what your governments do to you, what they've done to you, the world's most loved and trusted, yeah. They help you, they give you money, they build things, gives you a little bit of technology here and there, whilst taking your children and humans at the same time, right? It's the same ball game. I put a note here because I mentioned, look, and they always made it look like it wasn't them. And custodians, draconians. Don't forget, draconians come right in at the last minute, yeah. And it was more like a revenge thing as well, yeah. Right, custodians, draconians, all have armies to fight their sly, deceitful battles, yeah. They get like the Greys and like other hybrid armies they've knocked up, yeah. So the custodians and Anunnaki are always in the background, just like giving out the orders and that, yeah. Right. Oh, my camera's gone on tracker. Right? Even there, sometimes I might like lean over and because the tracker turns itself on, yeah. I'm not going to do it now because I do want to stand up and get onto this, right. Now I'm just going to just go through because some of the stuff I've been telling you the last 22 months, yeah, right. Just loads of stuff in here, firms. There's not a lot in here I can tell you about really because I told you all, yeah. But now, for starters, what was interesting to me in this, right, was when I was telling you all about the Great Fire of London, 1666, 666, yeah, right. Now, the history of fire of London around the world, especially the UK, is it started off in an epoxy little bakery, yeah. No. As most of you will learn now, the Great Fire of London was the Tartarians and the Grey battle over the energy grids, yeah. That's what it was over, yeah. Because what happened is the Anunnaki custodians went to battle, yeah. So the custodians went off, left the Greys in charge. The Greys started taking a little bit of liberty, yeah. And like I'm going to get through to in a minute how like because what they do, like you got loyalties, traitors, yeah, like humans what sell out their own kind, yeah, and they keep them alive for all the resets, yeah, because they are good traitors, loyalties, yeah. Now these is what I'm going to talk about again. It's in a setting again, yeah. These loyalties and traitors, yeah, are like they get all kinds of stuff like wealth, all stuff like that. Now these loyalties and traitors, some of these loyalties and traitors who we managed to infiltrate, yeah, underneath parasites' noses, yeah. Now after I've done this video, we'll go off again. Yeah, I've got the fleet. Is mad because we was walking through Country Lane earlier, and Pixie found a little key ring with a thumbs up in the country lane, just there, in like the stinging nettle bush, and there's a thumbs up, a key ring in the grass. I just couldn't believe it. Yeah, but it all makes sense. Everything's for a reason. Yeah. Now, yeah, when I see this, let me turn that off because this is something. Right now, where is it? This just makes me laugh. This do. Right. Good job I didn't go to school. All this bullshit. Yeah. 1666. 666. Yeah. Right. Now, basically, the Tartarians managed to fight the Greys off. Yeah. Therefore, that made the custodians, because they'd just been bashed by Anunnaki, and they had to retreat, come back here. Yeah. Because, like I said, this place, yeah, is the main parasite asset of all their done. Like, that's it, their main thingy, yeah. And what happened was, again, after just nearly like, killing each other, the Anunnaki and the custodians, yeah, they had to sign a treaty, yeah, so they can come together. So they didn't lose this because the Tartarians and the Giants were just about to take like control. So, like I say, they went back and regained, and they had a proper reset this time. And next few videos, I want to go a bit more detail on the resets and everything, yeah. But I'll give him his due. Claudio, he's done a good job of it, yeah. Obviously, loads missed out, but I'm here to fill them in, yeah. And the trees. The reason for like Mount Everest and that, and trees, yeah, like I said to you, spiritual trees, yeah, is the giants put in all those huge trees, yeah, around the world. Around the known lands, yeah, they put huge trees in, and they build huge mountain peaks, yeah. And the reason why they go up high into the sky, yeah, like some people go, yeah, like the giants built the trees to go into the heavens and all this sort of thing. No. The trees, what was cut down by the custodians, but orders by the Greys, obviously, yeah, by the Greys, orders by custodians, yeah. The trees was cut down, and I'll tell you why. And the mountains, Mount Everest and that, yeah, was that was higher, but that was like mounted down as well. And what it is, the trees in the mountains go high up into the sky, yeah, because they connect to the ether. The energy from the ether runs through the mountains and the trees, yeah. This tracking thing. Saying, yeah, the mountains and the trees from the ground, it's come back on again. Yeah, the mountains and the trees. What happens is the roots in the ground, they spread. These trees, they've got like huge roots, and these trees have got entrances to other worlds. Yeah, it's come on again. What is going on? I don't want the track on. Yeah, because the trees in the mountains, they connect to the ether. It's come on again. What's going on? Listen. I want to stand up now anyway. Alright. Just want to get into... But yeah, as I was saying, the trees and the mountains, yeah, are in the ground. They go right into the ground, yeah, and they're built up high to go in the sky as the ether, to connect to the ether. The ether, the energy, yeah, from the ether travels down the trees, mountains, into the ground. And that's why some of you like spiritualists call it grounded when you walk around with like bare feet, because you are right with that, yeah, because you meant to walk around. But now in Wales, when I explain to you about clothing technology, yeah, you got boots, shoes, yeah, what connect to the ground, yeah. Now, after the reset, yeah, the good one, yeah, but those trees they'd be put there back, yeah. Because like, what I'm going to explain in a minute as well, yeah, right. Like the Greys, one of their weapons, what they use, is they use time. They control time. Yeah, so they can like be there for things before like it happens. Obviously, yeah, like military attack wise, yeah. Right. Now, the reason why I just told you all them little bits and pieces is, yeah, right, is to just give you a little rundown. What happens on the resets? Who's always behind it? Anunnaki custodians, right? Always got their little armies and that to do all the thingy stuff for them. Yeah, they're always in the background. They always stay invisible, right? And that I'm gonna like. They're running scared out here. Yeah, a lot of them are gone, right? And before it goes, because listen, trust me, a lot of you who's awake, yeah, right. When we gets back, yeah, trust me, you won't want them all gone because you'll want a little bit of revenge, yeah. Right, let's start on this one. Right, this I'm going to run through, and then I'm going to go through each one of them. All right. Now, let me get my finger. Now, this stuff, what I'm going to go through and tell you is like important. It's going to like explain to you like how we got here today, yeah, and like I've said here, look, like here. This is what we always do. Just follow it. Don't focus on results. Yeah. Focus on what leads to results. Yeah. Never focus on results. Always focus on what leads to results. Yeah. Now, before we get started, the questions what most people would want to ask. Yeah. Could be a lot of information here for the truthers and that, and the bullshitters. Like, what? Now, right, where did GAA, Galactic Alliance Association / Federation, Space Force Q, White Hats, yeah, other world GAAs, because they've all got their galactic forces, alliances, yeah, sectors, right? Where did they all come from, and why? Yeah? Their benefits in joining together as one big positive force. All worlds create a secret alliance. I'm going to go through that. Under parasites' noses. Enhancing spirituality. Now, giants and other races to help third realm. That comes in a minute. Right now, the first thing what we've got to go through. Having to infiltrate ET races right under the noses of parasites. Worlds they controlled. Yeah? So basically having to infiltrate beings, loyalists, yeah, under parasites' noses. Yeah. Telling them that it's all gonna come to an end. Yeah. Like obviously monitoring the ones who we know can be infiltrated and who've always been pretty scared but stayed where they are. And we've got a hold of them. Having to infiltrate ET races right under the noses. of parasites worlds they controlled, between custodians, Anak, Dracos, Greys. They used to control nearly 80% of this great dome. Yeah? Used to control 80% of it. Yeah. Used to. Now, like, all this resetting stuff, what I've just been through, all this resetting stuff, and all these parasites, come on, that ain't happening no more. Yeah? And let me tell you now, when this is all over, right there, my mouth is like 100 times more powerful outside than it. 100 times more powerful. A lot more than that. Right. Greys, they used to control nearly 80% of the Great Dome. Number one, I'm just going to go through them, and I'm going to go through them again and explain each one. Yeah? Worlds coming together secretly. Number two, coming up with a plan. 3, to raise spirituality, well-being between worlds as a combo. Boom, together. To secretly exchange tech intel. Number 3, to raise spiritual well-being between worlds. Number 4, to secretly exchange technology intel. Number 5, to enhance advanced tech, all under radar. 6, the Great Spiritual Awakening Plan. The Great Spiritual Awakening Plan. Teachings start throughout many worlds under radar. 7, infiltrate good souls of the known lands. Help create an Earth Alliance. 8, infiltrate Earth Space Force. Pass it to US Air Force. Once took from Deep State military. Number 9, ET. ET souls start to move in and flood Earth, human form. 10, plan to hit worlds all at the same time. 11, once all parasites outside known lands crushed, parasites inside first, second, third realm trapped. Parasites left outside throughout Great Dome will be pushed outside Great Dome to Dome of Shoal, Dome of Eva, where they will struggle until the liberation of the known lands. 13, teaming up with all worlds of Great Dome outside 6 other Great Domes. 14, all 7 Great Domes plus the worlds in 2 of those Great Domes. All 7 Great Domes plus the worlds in 2 of those. Because there's two worlds, us and Dome of Titans with different worlds in them. Yeah, the rest are just continents. Yeah, worlds in those. Yeah, Dome of Titans, 69 worlds, the most plus most inner Earths. We'll all have what they. Yeah, right. Basically, the last one on the end ain't a number. It's just to say, like, everyone, all the domes, everyone will have what they need. Eventually, through the years, because right, we'll be liberated in a minute. But the plan of all these souls in this world to heal, because we're going to need as much help as possible, yeah, is to make sure that all these worlds and all the other domes get exactly what they need. Yeah. Confliction go. Territorial obsession gone. It will take time, and it's going to take a lot of love, empathy, kindness, yeah, a lot of powerful technology, yeah, and most of all, your word. Your word. Right now, like we all know, now, the main contacts, yeah, within this world, the known lands, yeah, here, right, in the second and first time, are the giants, yeah, the Anakim, right, and the first, second generation humans who they saved through resets. Yeah, they tried to save humans on every reset. I've told you before. Now, as this is going on, yeah, there's a lot going on outside here, right? There's loads going on, right? Now, this is where we come over to here, right? Let's do this guy. Right, now, this, you stand this side actually, this is better over this side. Now this is, I will have to pull that down to you for a minute, look, wait. The Galactic War. 5 master races. 5 master races. GAA/Federation. Andromedans, Arcturians, Lyrians, Reptilians, positive Reptilians, Palladians, many other worlds, positively infiltrated over the last 300 years, plus articulates, Nordic, Syrians, over 50 other ET leaders. After all this, yeah, after all this is when you lot come in, yeah. I don't really look. So that's why I don't like this tracker. Yeah, because it don't look. It follows my face everywhere. It's everything else. But look, the Galactic War, 5 master races. GAA, Andromedans, Arcturians, Lyrians, Reptilians, positive Palladians. Many other worlds positively infiltrated over the last 300 years. Plus articulates, Nordics, Syrians, over 50 other leaders. Yeah? I'll take this because I'm getting hot. Right, I'm going to go through the list now. Right. Now, worlds coming together secretly. Yeah? Now, this is where you got to get hold of loyalists and that, yeah? Right, in each of these worlds, don't forget you've got Jupiter, lands of Jupiter, yeah, you've got lands of Custodians, Nibiru, lands of Draco, yeah, right. I'm standing on one side, aren't I? It's better, isn't it? Yeah, look. Right. We got this tracker is rubbish, I'll tell you. Used to be alright in the flat because I didn't have to move much, did I? You know what I mean? Right, we got Nibiru. What is this here? We've got Nibiru, lands of Jupiter, lands of Custodians, yeah, lands of Draco, and lands of Orion. Yeah. These are their main headquarters, parasites, all of them. Yeah. But they got bases. Now listen, where do you think America and that gets the idea of putting bases all over the place to keep control? Where do you think that gets that idea from? Yeah, yeah. It's the same as like I was just going on about all your governments and everything. Yeah, where do you think the governments gets all their ideas from? Yeah, them, the parasites. Yeah. Now, don't forget. All this lot, right, before we go there, the reason for the reset to the Tartarians, right, was because each time, all the times humans, each generation of humans had like free energy technologies, they're very clever, Yeah, human consciousness, the human soul. They're very clever. They're very, very forward, very clever, very very spiritual. Yeah. They advance quick. Yeah, a little bit too quick, and that's why every time it gets to a stage where the Anunnaki custodians have to come together and have to reset them, yeah, and start again. But the Tartarians, yeah, they are the most successful race. They had a lot of help from giants and other humanoid beings. Yeah, what ended up they all come together, sort of breeding and everything. Yeah, and these are quite big. Could class them as giants. Basically, the first, second, third generations. They're big. You're big. You're natural big. Yeah. A lot of you are bigger, taller than me. Most of you. Yeah. Now, the Tartarians. Yeah. The last reset. Yeah. That had to be. Yeah. Because their plans was being a little bit crushed. Yeah, the Greys nearly ruined it. The Greys nearly ruined it all for them. Yeah, but again, yeah, they come together. The parasites, they knows when they come together. Yeah, and they regained it. Yeah, but the good thing what I liked out of it all as well, with all those parasites, the custodians, Anunnaki, Greys. But the Greys are sly, because for a long time the Greys was working with the Draconians secretly. Yeah, they was very, very sly. Yeah, and they knew that at some point they was going to team up with the Draconians and take the Anunnaki and the Custodians not completely out of the frame, because they need them in the frame. Yeah, because all of them working together is huge. These Anunnaki custodians, Draconians and that, and the Greys, yeah, because they've got hybrid armies and everything, yeah, huge, yeah. Each individual, built for war, yeah, to attack, right. They're huge. They're huge, they are, yeah. But all these worlds got huger, secretly, yeah. Right, so our main contacts in here, right, really, in here, within the known lands, yeah, was the giants, Anakim, yeah, and you had the Titans as well, yeah. Them Titans are to do with the Titans from the other dome. They're the same similar seed, but they was seeded here as well, yeah. I'm going to talk about them, all that sorts of that seed and the other, and because I will do. I'm going to give you all over the videos now. Yeah? I told you that weight was a must. That hold up, a must. Right. Now, our contact in there was the. Let me put that over here so it doesn't look over here. Right. Was the giants, yeah, and a few other different races from the second and third there. Now, the 5 master races, yeah. Whilst all this is going on in here, they're very busy infiltrating these worlds, yeah? But secretly again. And how you get into these worlds, yeah, secretly is through spirituality, telepathy, technologies. You monitor and you pinpoint certain traitors and loyalties. They call them loyalists, yeah. Because these are the ones that they keep hold of. These are very traitors and loyalists, yeah. Are very important to parasites, yeah. Because it's them what keeps the parasites invisible all the time, yeah. Because when all these worlds think they've got a good government, yeah, and everything's sort of how the hell you can think they've got a government anyway? They're not stupid, yeah, because if you're having your free energy controlled and a limitation of technology, yeah, and your spirituality is getting bigger, and you'll realise our technology, but it's not. Something's holding it back. Yeah, there's something going on. Yeah, but all these worlds, what the 5 masters done, gradually in time, is infiltrate worlds especially the positive reptilian worlds, yeah, because they come into this big time. They knows a lot of secrets about the draconians and that, obviously, yeah. They always try and be infiltrated by draconians, but they stay out of sight. They stay where they are, right? But still under control. Now, when we say like they're under control of parasites, it's not like here, like this world, yeah, like a stage, yeah. They sign treaties, yeah, and they all get lied to, yeah. They all have their energy controlled, yeah. Now, here, what they had to do on the last reset, right, was take control of the power grids. Yeah, the Greys tried it on their own; they didn't succeed. Yeah, that's why the big battle between the Anunnaki custodians. Yeah, custodians had their ass kicked, so they had to retreat. They had to come back here anyway, sort things out. But they had to basically, like, listen, man, innit? I know we've just been killing each other for the last week, God knows how long, but we need to come together because we're going to lose this here if we don't. And the Anunnaki knows what it's their asset, it's their food, it's their main food, gold source, yeah, slave force, yeah, got to be protected. We're coming up with a plan, yeah. Now, first of all, right, once infiltrated all these worlds, yeah, one of the first things to start is to basically, we go in these worlds and say, listen, we know what's going on in this world. We know where you're suffering, where you're not, what you need, what you're not getting. And we know that you need help. And we also know that you're scared. Yeah? And we just, basically, we convince these beings, yeah? We convince them we're going to help you. We just need a little bit of loyalty, a little bit of trust, yeah. And we need to start like a joint spiritual program, yeah. And this is called the Great Awakening, yeah. And this has been taught throughout the worlds for years, for this moment just about to happen. Yeah, look, there's going up all our mouths. Yeah, this, yeah, is like that's what I'm saying to like some of you. Like, this is so big. This is just so huge. Yeah, like it's I told you I find it hard to like find the words. Yeah, to explain how serious this is and like how far out. It's just like what I said to you earlier. When the world, the UK found out that what the fire in London was, yeah, two civilisations, not even from here, fighting over the energy grid. Yeah, they told you that it was a fire started in a bakery. That's just things like that, and that's like without all the other stuff that's going to come out and disclosure lockdown. Yeah, it's like crazy. Yeah. We're coming up with a plan now. The plan, yes, all coming together as one. Like we all should be in here. Like we are, a lot of us, yeah. All coming up with a plan, yeah. A plan, a good plan, keeping the same souls involved all the way through. Incarnation technologies, yeah. All these different technologies, what's been used to get where we are today, yeah. To work these parasites out, to have them running, yeah. Now, can you remember when we went right back, and I got a little bit asked about face, like, because it was that time when I started videos when like I started to like remember like loads, like, right at the right time as what they want me to, yeah. And I said to you about when the draconians come in and the parasites come in and they eat all the worlds. No, I've got it round the arse, mate. No. This, right, what I told you then, I'm going to be telling you now, yeah, right, because it's round the other way, right. What happened is, now, Russia during the last reset is very important, Yeah, because a lot of technology, a lot of stuff, was hidden and kept in Russia, under Russia. Yeah, and that's all a good, good reasons. Yeah, and that's why Russia's so important. Yeah, and that's why Russia has got all the GIA and all all the outside behind them. Russia. Yeah, it's to do with my mother and my soul family and everything. Yeah, and like I say, don't forget as well, Russia. Yeah, Russia. Yeah, so to speak, has got over 30, 40 targets on over 19, 20 different countries, main countries. Yeah, and a lot of it's Europe, USA. Yeah, when all this lot around us finds that out, yeah, like I say, even if you're so awake, it's going to be so convincing. Yeah, what they're gonna do. Yeah, we're going to go through loads of this now. Anyway, got the funds up. I can just do videos again. Well, yeah, coming up with a plan. Yeah, to come together, trust, loyalty, yeah, empathy, right? Because don't forget, when you got each one of these worlds, yeah, evolving, enhancing in spirituality, well-being, enhancing their technologies, when all these worlds are doing this, right, and they're going to work secretly under parasites' noses underground or wherever they put their bases, yeah, and they're all working together, right? This is where the five masters, yeah, the five main races, start to become 15, 20, 30, 40 races, leaders coming together. Yeah, to set you free, but to set themselves free as well. But this here, don't forget this here, it's so important. This is the heart of the Great Dome. Look, boom, the heart of the Great Dome. Yeah, and the plan to infiltrate under these parasites' noses, what we've gone through, yeah, is that's why at the end, those who disrespected me in that, and can't see this, they can't state their consciousness on this level. It's too far out. Yeah, even full spiritualists, declaimers, yeah, all them people thinks they're getting messages and that. Yeah, because if anyone was getting a message, they'd know. If anyone was getting a message, yeah, they'd probably tell you to shut up and listen to Christian. Yeah, that's what they'd probably tell you. That's the only message you'll get from my world. Shut up and listen to Christian. So don't forget that. Yeah. But yeah, the plan to get the worlds to come together. Yeah, raise their spirituality. Yeah, secretly under radar, enhancing their weaponry. Yeah. And that comes into number 3, to raise spiritual well-being between worlds, yeah, to uplift worlds, secret meetings all the time, yeah. This is why, getting to the fleet, getting to that point. The only reason how they got all this, yeah. And you'll read one of the books. They go. It's pretty funny because on all our journeys to the other worlds to collect information, we didn't come across one parasite. And why didn't you come across it? Why didn't you humans gathering info to come in here, help, unawarely opening up pathways and gateways, all open? They think they're just going through them. No, they're being opened by the Anakim. Yeah, Anakim work secretly, invisible as well, and see the size of them, the way it works invisible, you would laugh. They do, yeah, because they know. Yeah, most of the technologies in the Great Dome, in all the worlds, are from the giants. These are the ones who was trustworthy, yeah, to introduce technologies, yeah, and the condition on enhancing technology is your spirituality and well-being. This is what it was all meant to be. Yeah, it's like me saying to you, you get what you deserve. Yeah, the more like pure, spiritual, more love and empathied you are, you'll get what you deserve. Yeah. Now, I was getting back to well-being, your spiritual well-being, to coming together spiritually under radar. Yeah, teaching children through the other worlds this great spiritual awakening. Yeah, the moment all this lot out here has been waiting for. Yeah, literally the clear out of parasites totally, to make them instinct. Yeah, like gone. Yeah, some of them were probably running a little bit scared, a few greys, draconians, but they're getting picked up now. Don't forget, all these worlds what's been liberated totally from parasites. Yeah, right. They've all. This is never been patrolled. Never been. Even these. See these parasite worlds. Yeah, they've been invaded. We've hit them. We've hit them like they've never hit anyone like in their life before. We hit them. Much more powerful, much more aggressive weapons. We hit them all. There's nowhere to run. That's why we pushed them out to the other domes where they're struggling. Yeah, and trust me on this one. There's going to be plenty of time. Yeah, for us to be around outside and in here. Yeah, and those who stay, those who go to the healing sanctuaries, you will see and hear the news of parasites go extinct. Yeah, gone. Yeah, until some mug opens up one of their marks again. And you won't be doing that, because I'm pretty sure those arcs are put somewhere very, very safe. Yeah, more safe than the Dome of Forgotten Gods, because it's got to be. Yeah, but all this liberating, like I said to you, this pretty little place here, yeah, is next. We're coming up with a plan to raise spirituality well-being between worlds, to secretly exchange tech intel. Yeah, so if Percy and Pollux, yeah, or Venus, or Saturn, Andromeda, Arcturus, Cassiopeia, Pegasus, any of that lot, yeah, whatever good intel technology they got to donate and to enhance all the other world's technology, and if that world got something to give this world and this world and this world, yeah, to enhance, so everyone's got like proper weapons of destruction. Yeah, because once they had built all that weaponry up, yeah, and everyone on board, yeah, and you got positive spies running everywhere. Yeah, this hasn't stopped. This galactic war hasn't stopped, even through all the other resets. Yeah, even through the other resets, when we try and save as many humans as we can out of this place. Yeah, not a lot. Usually only a couple of thousand, 1,800, 2,000. Yeah, right. Out of each one, all the loyalists, traitors, always live because they need them. Yeah, they go underground. Exactly what they was going to do this time. Yeah, like your Bill Gateses and all that lot. Yeah, and the Royals and Hollywood, they would have gone underground. Yeah, and then most of them, yeah, a lot of famous Hollywood people, the ones who've been traitor and sold their soul, they would have got killed. Yeah, and the Greys this time was going to be killed off. Yeah, the parasites would have killed the Greys off, and it would have just been draconians, because they wouldn't have had. They would have had all their enhanced, their massive weapons of mass destruction. They would have just kept human farms here for food and slavery. Yeah, and it would have been them. But the Greys, yeah, all the other parasites have always known that the Greys have always had their own agenda. The others had their own agenda as well, but they like say, there's just over the years there's been so much build up of power, force, technologies. Yeah, it's become too overwhelming for them. Yeah. And they've had to go outside this great dome, yeah, to land a shoal here, sat here, yeah, land a heaver, dome of heaver, dome of shoal, and they've secretly set up bases around the thingy, but it's come on top because the other races in them worlds, yeah, because the Rapa Nui, yeah, they ain't just in Dome Shoal. They're in and out of all 7 domes. Yeah, you can't see them. They're the most advanced in this cube, most advanced through their spirituality and well-being. They're like A7 tech. Yeah. Right. Now, the Rapa Nui are very, very significant to us. Very significant to us. They monitor and look after security rings. If anything bad, negative in the cube, they like that, boom, in a second they know, and they form us. Yeah, they let us know everything. Yeah, we know everything anyway, but they can get to a place like in seconds. Yeah, the parachutes won't go near them. The parachute can't get near them. Yeah. Wait, now to enhance advanced tech, all underrated. The Great Spiritual Awakening Plan teaching start, like I said, all the teachings, yeah, is started now, throughout, yeah, and we're starting to feed true history into here, yeah, we're starting to feed true history into here, to the people, the ones who we've integrated, yeah. And don't forget, the deep state military double-crossed all the parasites. Yeah, like I said, remember I said to you, I went, basically, when all military around the world had to swear an oath to Donald Trump, yeah, under 1776 law, what the military law is running under, yeah, military law, yeah. All the deep state army, with all the positive army, military around the world, yeah, they all double-crossed the parasites and that, and swore an oath. The ones what didn't swear an oath was in big trouble. Yeah, the deep state army. But this is what happened. They said, listen, you either swear an oath to Chief and Commander Donald Trump, or in 3 days' time we're going to come and kill you all. Yeah? And one of the reasons why every time Trump turned up around the world, yeah, to different, when he done his tour and they all submitted to him, it's because he turned up and he went, it's all over. All these worlds under the parasite control, under the Great Dome, they've all been hit. Because every single, what I'm just get back, come to in a second, yeah, they've all formed an alliance and hit the parasites, every single controlled one. The beings of that world hit them. Don't forget, the main army, big armies and hybrid armies are in their main asset worlds. Yeah, they didn't expect it from a lot of these worlds. What's been creating armies, the giant races, regrouping, becoming a bigger army. There's more of them. Yeah. You wait till you remember all this lot. Yeah, you wait because you all know them. You all know them, Skull. You all just can't remember. Yeah. Now, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, that's how. Yeah. Like, basically, when Trump turned up to them all, he went, basically, this is how it's going down. You're fucked. Yeah. In so many ways, I'll explain to you a bit more detail. Yeah. This world's the last one that's about to be liberated. They know what's been going on, especially the Queen, the Overlord, Draconians and that, yeah. They said, listen, we've took the Anunnaki out, we've took the Custodians out, the Greys are gone, it's just you little lot, who we've arrested, who we've executed, the ones behind you, the Venetian families and everything, yeah. We've took them all out, it's all over. There's nowhere to run. That's why they all just, like, when you see Trump turn up, they've all got smiles, all happy. But when he leaves, they got like faces like smacked ass, and they, yeah, because he just told them, yeah. And when they went, listen, we've got over 70 different worlds. We've got over 1,000 different fleets, over 2,000, 3,000 different fleets out there. Yeah, there's nowhere to run. We've got a barrier up. There's nowhere for you to run. Yeah, and they just submitted. They had to. Yeah, it was all executed. Yeah, and they're all the demons, all the darkness. Yeah, all coerced, all through electromagnetic field. Yeah, and don't forget the demons. And if they ain't got and parasites, if they ain't got a vessel in this world to occupy, they're fucked. They need the vessel. Yeah, they need the adrenochrome. They need the fear. Yeah, to survive, to live. Now, the great spiritual awakening, the plan teaching starts throughout many worlds under radar. 7. Infiltrate good souls of the known lands. Help create an Earth alliance. Now, this is where I'm going to come to now. Here, right? Where the GAA? GAA I've just explained. The GAA, I didn't explain it properly, that GAA bit. Now the GAA, getting back to here, look, right? The Galactic War, Andromedans, Arcturians, Lyrians, Reptilians, Palladians. Now these, yeah, right, are the ones what was come together and thought basically we have to form a Galactic Alliance Federation, and we have to infiltrate as many worlds as possible. Yeah, I'm telling you in layman's terms, right? I'm breaking this down, right? So you got 5 master race leaders, and we're there. We're having meetings. We're all getting together. This is what we've got to do. This is how it's got to go down. This is how we're going to do it. All that sort of stuff. Yeah. And straight away, you had Articulates, Nordics, Syrians, more positive reptilians. You had all these other races coming in, yeah. The Venetians, yeah. Andromedans, yeah. You got the Pegasus, Cassiopeia, Sirio, Demirio, Syria. All these beings, all these races, just sat and thought. Through spirituality, they knew this was it. They knew it was it. Yeah. This is why the GAA, yeah, Space Force. Don't forget the deep state. The parasites had a Space Force. They was controlling the Space Force here. Yeah. But the other worlds attacked it. Yeah. With Earth Alliance and took over Space Force. Yeah. So the US Air Force, Space Force become one. Yeah. And Space Force is the backbone to the ground here. Yeah. Your Space Force is the backbone to what's going on the ground here with the Earth Alliance. The Earth Alliance was slowly created the same way how this lot started forming their own alliances. Yeah. Their own alliances, different sectors of military in each alliance. Yeah. And each leader from each alliance, yeah, became a member of the GAA. And every leader from each alliance who was controlling and masterminding the technologies in secret under the grounds to attack the parasites all at the same time. Yeah, they didn't know what hit them. Yeah. When Trump done his little tour and said, "Babe, it's all up. They're all gone. We've pushed them out, and they're having a good old rough time outside. It's just us and you, and it's all over." And they shit it. Look at the Pope. See the Pope. You see the Queen. Yeah. See the Queen when they arrested her. When they arrested the Queen. Because these parasites, when they're on their own, you get them on their own, they're cowards. They're scared. Listen, the only time they shapeshift, yeah, is when it's dinner time or if they're scared. Yeah, when they're scared. Because they get scared as well. They can get scared. Yeah. White hats. Now, white hats, yeah, is a mixture of, I've told you before, white hats is a mixture of ET and human intelligence. Yeah. Now the benefits Why did we all come together? Look, I explained. We all come together to crush their biggest asset. Their asset and technologies, yeah, and slave force and riches, their wealth, what they get out of this place. Make sure they can control and infiltrate all this, yeah. Because a lot of what comes out of here, yeah, is to keep some of these worlds sweet through treaties, yeah. So like gold, like material, yeah, wealth, and that what they can use, yeah, to create technologies, and what they do, yeah, like Anunnaki, Draconians, yeah, custodians, yeah, not them direct, but the armies and infiltration, the loyalists, yeah, and the hybrid armies and the deep state, what they got in the deep state military, they use them to put it forth to what world it is. So it makes them look good. Makes them look good, yeah. So like you sit there and go, oh no, the Anunnaki, they're all right, they're not too bad. They give us all this, built us all this stuff. Yeah, that's all to keep you blind. Look how they've been doing you here. They've been doing it to all the others, and they just had enough. Yeah, and there's a time, and I'll tell you now how I know this is all this year, right? Because there's a time limit. All this has got to be done before, yeah, and it's very near, very soon, yeah. Because after I've done this video, the other videos, I'm going to be doing a lot of manifestation work. I'm going to be telling you stuff, right? What's sort of going to happen, what ain't happened yet, but I'm going to force it upon them with help from you lot, yeah. We're going to start really proper moving like all this lot have, yeah. Because sometimes, like, listen, the Telegram page, and there's a, don't forget, I've got to explain to you, the Telegram page, yeah, is very important, yeah. Little tiny bit of infiltration on there, isn't there? Well, not infiltration, peanuts, yeah. But I know, like I said, I know who they all are, yeah. I'll just let some roll, yeah, because it's nearly over now anyway. It's all going to be all over in a minute, yeah. Like I say, a lot of people on the internet got a lot of explaining to do, yeah. Now, let's get to another thing, and I'll remember what I was talking about. You all knows what I'm like, yeah. Right, well, 7, infiltrate good souls, create an Earth Alliance, infiltrate Earth Space Force, pass it to US Air Force, once took from deep state military. Number 9, ET souls starting to move in Earth, yeah, through incarnation, yeah, through avatar, yeah, souls, important souls entering, babies being born here, like within the public, yeah, not important souls entering newborn babies within wealth, yeah, like nice rich families, like no. The most important souls in this world are in the public, middle class, mainly poor class, and that, yeah. From some of us from the gutter, yeah. We're better, yeah. Right. We all start to move in big time, yeah. Last loop. Yeah, don't forget, I've been in and out of many loops, yeah. But I'm pretty sure, like I say, I can remember. I think my family. I think I'm like the last Avatar, something like that, yeah. 10. Plan to hit worlds all under parasite control, all at the same time. Brilliant. Once all these worlds got hit at the same time, yeah, we gave the word. From here, don't forget, our connection to in here is the giants, the Anunnaki, about 4 or 5 different giant races, yeah. They are our main connection in here, and they are the ones who's basically infiltrated loyalists, traitors. Some of them not even loyal, some of them are good, and a lot of them are to do with the Navy, the Army, yeah, who started all this, yeah, and they tried to sneak a lot of it in with CIA information on the internet, yeah. But some spiritualists now, they've got spiritual people, yeah. They've got the right idea, they're right on the right path, and they've learned a lot of stuff because CIA they give you bits and pieces because they've got to tell you certain stuff, yeah. It has to tell you certain stuff. It's like whenever they're going to do a real fucked up move on humanity, yeah, they sort of have to tell you, don't they? And usually they tells you in music or films or something like that. They're going to tell you through the media, yeah, because you'll believe them. Now, hit the words on there. Once all parasites outside known lands crushed. Parasites inside first, second, third realm trapped. 12. Parasites left outside throughout Great Dome will be pushed off the planet air. All these, yeah, right. All these are parasite free. They're running scared, they're hiding, they're getting picked up. As I'm stood here even, they're getting picked up. Yeah. They'll all be pushed, like I say, I'm going to talk a bit more about that one as well, like, in another video. To the Dome Shoal, Dome of Heaver, yeah, they'll be pushed out there. And the reason why they pushed it because there's nowhere else they can go. They die straight away. They get wiped out because the spirituality, the technology is more better than theirs in the other domes. Yeah, so they're trying to do it slowly and they're not getting far. They go extinct. Yeah, just like the demons are locked up. Yeah, they need all that stuff because spirituality and well-being for positive ETs creates huge advanced technology. Yeah? Demons, darkness for parasites, yeah, helps them create technology. Yeah, it's like that. But now, all they can rely on now at the moment, yeah, is technologies they've stolen from everyone else, and they enhance and work on it themselves. And they usually get the Greys to do a lot of that work, yeah, because they've been used big time as well, yeah. Just make sure, like, I've gone right, having to infiltrate races, what other races coming out of the plan. Yeah, the plan. We could say the plan, the blueprint of this plan is just like it's far out. It's far out, yeah. Plan to hit all worlds under at the same time. Inside first, second, third, track. Oh, just why it's on my mind, yeah. Authority wise, a lot going on in authority wise, yeah. It's being turned upside down, yeah. Trump beating the cases the other day, yeah. Like we say, he beat the cases, didn't lose them, he won them. He won them a long time ago. That was what I've been waiting for. A lot of stuff, just look, I tell you, there's something going on every second, something big, yeah. And no doubt now I've started doing my videos again. Things are happening. Things happen when we move. It seems like they move, yeah. So we've got to keep the momentum going. Alright? Alright. What do I get to then? Right. Plan to hit the world under parasite control all at the same time. Inside first, second, third room trapped. Parasites left outside throughout Great Dome will be pushed out through the Great Dome. That actually, where is? Bear with me a second. Look, you've got the first generation, second generation, third generation. Look, can you see? Look. All looks cool, doesn't it? Yeah. The first generation, look, all looks cool. Like the buildings looks proper fire technology. Yeah, that's nothing still. Yeah. Third generation. Fourth, they say that. Sixth, Great Tartaria, yeah, Tartaria, yeah. That, yeah, that Tartarians, yeah. That was when it all got turned right up, yeah, and they needed more help, yeah. And the only way they was going to get help, right, just about to tell you how the Draconians got in this, yeah. Now, going right back, the Custodians, right, have ended up entering lands of Draconians, right back at the beginning of early involvement, season that, yeah, when the Draconians wasn't that really like up on their technology, yeah. They the Custodians have penetrated their dome, right, gone in there, it's gone off rotten, yeah, and basically there ain't a lot there really. Like the Custodians, they got hit hard, yeah. They sort of turned Draconians over, but they left, yeah, because they just know. Like, when these parasites, certain worlds, when they penetrate the dome, sometimes they penetrate and think, whoa, hang on a minute, like cause especially like Venus and Saturn and lands of Vega, Andromeda, all these places. Andromeda has never been under parasite control, ever. Andromeda, never, yeah. All they've done is just had little agreements to keep them away, but they've never. There's some of these, well, like I say, only 80% of this great dome's under control, yeah. But when they went into Draconians never forgot that, yeah. And this is where Draconians started, like, in with all the demons stuff, yeah, and using the Greys. And they started getting in with the Greys, yeah, and the Greys started to realise, yeah, that, hang on a minute, Draconians treating us better, like, and the reason why the Draconians are treating the Greys better, you all know, don't you? Because they're starting, since the Custodians hit them, yeah, they are fuming. They are fuming, these Draconians, right? Yeah, and they knows that all they got to do is get the Greys on side. Don't forget, you got type 1, 2, 3, 4, like reptilians, big armies, yeah. And all they done was enhance their army, got it bigger, yeah. Their psychic abilities, yeah, makes Anunnaki and Custodians look dumb, yeah. And then you got the Greys with really psychic ability, like good psychic abilities, who can control time and that technology to control time, like the Rapa Nui, yeah, right. The technology to control time, yeah, it either works demonically, negatively, or the best way, positively, yeah. Now the Draconians, right, they started keeping the Greys in that sweet, right, because they are planning an attack on Anunnaki and Custodians. Now, their attack, right, is here. Mars. Yeah? They needed to hit Mars and the security rings here at the same time. And they did. Yeah? Hit them hard. Yeah? And the Draconians had hybrid armies and other armies hit certain other worlds where they was quite powerful in, yeah, and not to take over them other worlds, just to like put their own little bit of muscle in there to show them like this is how it's going now, yeah. But when the Draconians hit Mars, yeah, I've done a video on that. I'm going to talk about that one again in another video, yeah. Yeah, got loads of good videos now, right? Yeah, they hit Mars and this realm here and the security ring outside, Draconians, hard, yeah. The humans, they hit the humans and the Custodians, yeah. Done it well. And basically at the end of the day, about that done, I've told you before in that video, the Draconians are like, listen, we'll all have our cut, but we run the show now, yeah. And this, from then, it got eviler, yeah, because they was doing that, Draconians, they was like banging to all the demonic like child sacrifices like that. Now, Greys ain't into sacrifice. They don't They don't do all the ritual. Yeah, all they want, yeah, when they abduct humans, to experiment on them, or some of them they chip them and put them back in the public, watch it there, so they can use them for certain things. Yeah, but most of the time, what Greys, yeah, want is your secretion glands, like penile, your secretion glands, like arse, eye, armpits, where you've got secretion glands, yeah, and certain organ parts, and your blood, and you mix it all up and stuff like battery acid and stuff like that, because the Greys don't eat, they sit in it, and it goes into their skin. They ain't got bits to go toilet that. That's why Greys, they stink to high heaven, yeah, because everything comes out their pauses, in and out of their pauses, yeah. They're like robots sort of thing. They are, yeah. But again, they're a race what's enhanced and modified themselves in the end, yeah. And they've done it very well, yeah. They're trying to enhance their psychic abilities all the time, yeah. I'm back out. So, look, it's another thing I want to explain to you. Now, sometimes when I tell you something, yeah, right, it might not happen for a while, but what you've got to take into consideration is I've known all this stuff from young age, and it ain't happened for a while. Now, that's called telepathy. That is called what you humans call psychic abilities, so forth. But it's not. In ways, it's more memory, yeah, and especially last 6 years, they've helped me trigger, because like I say, they trigger a little bit and it opens up loads. See these books, yeah? I'll open that book, I look in the book, I look at the picture, and it go bang, it'll open up loads, yeah? Even if I'll come here, I'll look at, just for instance, like, let me see, yeah, just a picture of the membrane over there, I'll look at that, boom, open up loads, yeah, not now, because it's opened it all up already, yeah? Generation. When he looks back, yeah, look, even says here, look. It says here, look. After the reset of previous humanity genetic changes were carried out in new human bodies, these modifications worked for the total manipulation of the new environment. Yeah? This is third generation. Yeah? When I told you, they give you the impression that you're evolving, but you're devolving. Yeah? Like, you know, when I says, yeah, we're going to make this world a better place and all that lot, yeah? Like, this lot don't talk about taxes. They don't talk about, like, funds and, like, all these projects and things, and humanitarian projects and all that. None of that goes down in any of it. None of it. None of this goes down. This is all self-sufficiency. It's all self-sufficiency, yeah. That's all it is, yeah. Now, because sit here, what I've done in yeah. I was just going to check. There we go. Just going to run. I'll just break this down what I spoke about, yeah, because I'm back and forth on bits there. Right? So basically, yeah, 5 master races. Galactic War, 5 master races. Yeah. Andromedans, Arcturians, Lyrians, Reptilians, Pleiadians, many other worlds infiltrated. Yeah. So 5 master races have infiltrated a lot of worlds under parasites' noses very, very well. Yeah. We've had to infiltrate their loyalists, yeah, their traitors. Some just positive beings from their militaries. Yeah. Yeah. And that's built up and built up over the last like 300 years, 400 years, 500, like something like that, yeah. Right? So if all, so if we can get worlds to come together, yeah, get in this little area in here, I know they're warped and they've been reset and they're none the wiser and nothing. Everyone in here don't know what all this knows. People out here know, we knows that, yeah. Right? But in here, from outside to watch this place, get everything took from them. Free energy, technologies, put back into caveman times, because their little plan, yeah. Right? There's a food source. Gogs. Like I say, this bit in here finances a lot of this, keeping a lot of infiltration out here, yeah. A lot of that in there finances a lot of infiltration out here. That's why, like, there's a lot of gold what goes missing from this world, what's not counted for. Yeah? Like, I've seen 18-wheeler lorries, top to bottom, chocker, hundreds of them full of gold. Where are they all going? Where was they all going? Like, it's just something I've seen. I've seen it a few times, yeah. But I think, where are they all going? Well, I know where they're going. Where's all that lot going? Yeah? And what they do with all you lot, they give you fake gold testers and a load of cut gold. Look what they do with drugs. Cuts all the drugs. Everything's cut. Yeah? I don't care how rich you think you are. Everything's cut. Yeah? Unless you're a 33 Mason or something. And that's probably got a little bit of shit in it. Yeah? So, this is like the financial parasite finance to infiltrate all these loyalists everywhere. Yeah? Because they've all got the loyalists in there. Their leaders, even some of their leaders, all their leaders, yeah? Like, they don't like doing it. But they know that their people don't like it. But to keep peace, to stop death and war, they play ball. And they've been playing ball for another big reason, like I've been explained to you. They played ball for another reason, yeah? So they can work secretly and enhance with all the other worlds, yeah? And we sneaked into these worlds and infiltrated under their noses beyond, yeah? They thought, this little lot here, all these parasites thought they was clever. They're not that clever, yeah? Coming up with a plan. You know what I mean? How do you come up with one cushy plan involving many worlds to save one? To save their own worlds, yeah? Don't forget, before this even comes into play, all these worlds have got to work together, save their own asses, yeah? And they've attacked the parasites, yeah? Along our wall, they've attacked it like for a long time, all parasites, and the parasites have been broken down. They've gone running, yeah? It's all the case now. It's one big patrol system to track down and hunt down those who's running, yeah? The Greys are running scared. Their armies have got very, very small, yeah? They're probably they're probably not even in the Great Dome now. They've probably opened up their own portals and gone to, like, they're probably in Dome of Hiva, something like that. Some of them Dome of Shoal. But don't forget, Greys can move quick as well, yeah? They will, like I say, they'll all eventually be running scared. There could be nowhere to run, nowhere to go, yeah? Nowhere in the cube at all from go, yeah? The spirituality and well-being outside here has built up. Like how this is building up. This is going back to like the bit when I tell you all about like the more vibration, spirituality coming out of this place, the more this lot feel it, the more they come in. Yeah? That's why the clouds are getting lower. The clouds are getting lower. Yeah? Just go for that, right? Secretly exchange intel. They've been swapping intel with each other, yeah? Teachings, the Great Awakening teachings, flowing throughout the world secretly, under radar. Yeah. These parasites are paranoid. They've got everything covered, but they ain't got everything covered. Yeah. It's too much for them to keep everything covered. Yeah. It's too much, and that's why they're always paranoid. Yeah. A lot of them, like I said, they use a lot of infiltration, a lot of intimidation. Yeah. And of, like I say, traitors everywhere. Now those traitors, yeah, have all collapsed in all the worlds. They've all been punished as well on whatever crimes they've caused in their worlds. Yeah, they've been either killed, gathered up, and yeah, they're all going through it and all. Not as bad as here, but they're all going through it as well. They've all been gathered up. Same scenario, same SARPs missions. Obviously, they haven't had to go through all, because they ain't got set up like in here. Yeah, they haven't had to go through all like playing out and all that lot, because they all know about parasites. They know, like it's like I was saying pigs earlier. Right? Like when you lot see a custodian or an anarchy or a draconian, great. When you see them, yeah, I don't give a monk. All the Earth Alliance, all the military you've been training to fight against ETs, yeah, right? When they first see them, yeah, their hearts come out their mouth, but that goes into survival mode, yeah. That goes into survival because they knows when they first came up against ETs in this world, when they first come up against the ETs in this world, yeah, right. It was to save the children, so it gave them more drive, like I told you before, them soldiers, when you were walking the sea, when them military was coming out of them tunnels in the trauma they was coming out in, it was like these are people trying to take pain, trying to like survive anything. Yeah, this is like you see what they was coming up against, and when you see a custodian, you won't, you'll remember them, and you'll probably see a lot of them being tried. Right outside this world, you're going to see you're all going to come across them, yeah. But they ain't going to be able to hurt you or touch you, especially in here. Yeah, there's no darkness here, especially in here. Yeah, what all the claimers and that keep telling you, earn the money on and that. Yeah, all the truthers, yeah, and let me tell you, the truthers, claimers, psychics, mediums, and all that lot, people get messages and all that lot, yeah, right, yeah. The other day when they went, yeah, Trump lost all 34 cases, they thought he did, until I done that video, yeah, and I only done that video because they said, Christian, you better explain to them like about the 34 cases what they think Trump's just lost, so I did, yeah. He won 34 cases. There wasn't even a case. Yeah? That courtroom, it's all staged. That's why you don't see a lot of him in there. You just see him sat there at the table and a few people about and that. Yeah, it's solely staged. Yeah, right. Infiltrate good souls in the lone lands. Yeah, help create Earth and Earth Alliance. Yeah, that's one of the first things we had to do. And the giants and the other beings in the second and third realm and that was to help with our intelligence and technologies being slowly brought into here, into Russia, under Russia. Yeah. Now the soul what took Putin, when they took Putin out, yeah, the soul takes Putin, they're all ETs, told you this, yeah. They are the ones what's been helping the Earth Alliance create mass weapons of mass destruction, yeah, and I mean, like makes nuclear missiles look like kindergarten, yeah. Now, Russia has been the main place underneath Russia, yeah. They've been creating the and North Korea, yeah. You're gonna be very shocked about North Korea, all right, very shocked about North Korea, and you're gonna all understand why North Korea has been so secretive, yeah, because it's what's underneath, yeah, they've all been working together, yeah, that's what I'm saying. All these lot would never have thought of it until the Five Masters sent the message, yeah, and a lot of it was sent telepathically through spirituality, something the parasites can't get near of. So it's good to do it through spirituality, yeah, telepathically, because parasites don't get a sniff of it, yeah. They don't. Telepathy, that's the good thing with telepathy, yeah, and telepathy and spirituality is what spread everything across, yeah, and got everything to where we are today through, again, infiltration, spirituality, yeah, love and empathy come together, kindness, giving this world what it needs for the spiritual great awakening, yeah. And the same thing is how we're going to out everyone in the end, because all these technologies combined, all this spirituality combined together, yeah, as one, is going to help all the other domes outside the Great Dome. Especially because my love for the Dome of the Titans is huge. Look here. My love for that dome is huge because I know how they struggle. They are very advanced in technology, yeah, and they are the sort of beings you want on board, yeah. And my love for them is big because I feel sorry for them because of the process they have to go through, and you get about 7-8 different races, different species of Titans, yeah, what always make it, yeah, and they'll end up killing their own kind, their other races again, to make sure they evolve in these different domes they have to get to, yeah. And it's like, I'm going to talk more about that, yeah, like in the next video maybe, yeah. But yeah, my love for that dome is because of not struggle. Once they do get to the domes they need to evolve, because if they don't get to these certain domes to evolve, they have to jump back. They jump back in involvement. They have to start all again. Yeah, it's quite. I'm going to talk about it. But my Dome of Titans, that is a dome I will be. What I would love to sort, and we're going to sort. Now, like I say, Dome of Shoal, yeah, is more different races, all the same DNA and that, yeah. They are more. They're not at war battle. It's more confliction, and it's more of a territorial thing, yeah, more territorial. And a lot of the Rapa Nui who occupy Dome of Shoal and Dome of Hiva and the Dome of not occupied by Dome portals, they surround it, yeah. Because Rapa Nui and a few other races from the Dome of Shoal and Heart Hiva are guardians of the Dome of portals, yeah. The Dome of Silence is patrolled, but there's no humanoid, no, like, it's more animals, creatures. Dome of Silence, yeah. The Dome of Forgotten Gods, where I'm originally from, and my ancient soul family from. That's the key to the whole of the Great Dome, the whole of the cube, yeah. And this here, Celestial Lands, Terra Incognita, this is very, very important to all these worlds here, apart from these parasites, yeah. Beings, positive beings who's been in, like, have to play ball, yeah. Their souls, go here. Anything negative, parasite, they can't get in it, yeah. That's what the parasites' main their main target and plans is to get the secrets of Celestial Lands, Terra Incognita, yeah, and Dome of Portals, yeah. Now the Rapa Nui, yeah, have got our backing and our permission and they patrol and look after it and monitor the dome portals. Yeah, there's no technology, yeah, in the whole of the cube, right? What will get you in this place here, yeah, not physical form, just your soul, yeah, in there, and the dome of Forgotten Gods is totally out of bounds to anything in existence in the whole of the universe. Any gateway is totally out of bounds to any of it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna get back to make sure, because I went on to them other domes and that. Didn't I? I'll mention this, didn't I? Just mention. I've got to explain about the Anunnaki custodians using other armies. Yeah, first, second, third generation humans. Sweet. Just go through. Make sure. Break this down on Christy to get this all in. Well, so I've explained the GIA, where the GIA come from. Yeah, cooked up by positives. Yeah, they've us creating the GIA. Yeah, made these other worlds creator like a GIA, like an alliance. Like an alliance, like a galactic alliance from each world. Yeah, combined. And they came on board with the Galactic Alliance / Federation. Yeah, so you've got alliances. What came together, alliances throughout all these worlds. What came together and formed a federation, one big federation under radar. Yeah, and don't forget, Palladians have always helped us, but they always gave parasites the impression that they haven't. Yeah. The Palladians always out you, yeah, us, because I've been here, yeah. They've always been there in the background. They're the closest to the Andromedans, yeah. The Andromedans and the Palladians are very tight knit, yeah. And the Lyrians, like I say, Arcturians and the Reptilians, the positive Reptilians, yeah. So I'm saying when you see Reptilians, like, at first, like, you might freak out a little bit, but then the lot more you see them, the more familiar they get. You're going to remember them. Yeah. Just go through this properly. Plan to hit all worlds at the same time. I ate all that. Yeah. Low crushed parasites for setting wrong. Yeah, all the parasites gone, pushed out, hardened, running scared. Yeah. The Great Domes, 7 Great Domes, plus the worlds. The Great Domes all have what they need to survive, evolve, happiness. Yeah. Everyone's going to get exactly what they deserve. Yeah. Everyone's going to get exactly what they deserve. Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll talk about something extra second here. So now you all understand there's a reason for everything. Yeah. So I've explained to you to break down. Yeah. I'm always going to just break it down to you. I'm not always going to tell you like too much detail, because that you feel that in yourself. That's what I've told you tonight, is like to try and jog memories. Yeah. Like I'm going to go through some, because like there is a few bits interesting stuff in here. Yeah. What I'm going to go through. Yeah. With you. Like the Fire of London. I'm going to go through that Fire of London. Yeah. Bloody thing. It's weak when I stood up. Don't leak. I'm not going to go through the Fire of London. Yeah. The Greys. They're gone. I'm gone. Greys. Yeah. Human 6th generation. They all got took for a ride. Yeah. All of them. Done down each time. Yeah, but you look and go, oh yeah, look, they've got all their technologies. Yeah, yeah, but it come to a point where the parasites was like, listen, we got to put them all back in caveman times. Yeah, like I say, this is the gut. This is their their asset, their main than anything. Yeah, this is where they had humans, traitors, enhancing, making their weaponry better for them. Yeah, yeah. Because the Greys, I told you, the human consciousness, the human mind, yeah, is so enhanced, clever. It's so knowledged. Yeah, it's just been blocked out. Yeah. And that's what everything in the sky, what you've been sprayed with at the minute, is healing your. When people says about oh yeah, but we're going to change vessels. What's it to do with hunger? No, because it's in your consciousness. Yeah. When you start your real proper healing process over after the main event, yeah, you ain't going to have vessel, but you're going to have the same consciousness. Yeah, and you'll still feel hunger. Yeah, and emotions. Yeah, and things like that. So they're curing that now. That's what's being cured now. You're meant to all start. Sometimes a lot of you start feeling a little bit sleepy, a little bit tireder. Yeah, that's what they're testing, because they're going to try and cushion the trauma as much as possible. Yeah, and to cushion trauma, you've got to sort of lower the heart rate. Yeah, and this is what is happening to you all now. And sometimes you'll be losing your appetite in that. Yeah, this is all what's going on around you in that. Yeah, so I've explained now, how we've infiltrated everything, how we got to today, the GAA, how we formed the GAA and got them all to form an Earth Alliance. It was infiltrated, and solved a bit when we start to move in and flood, incarnation, reincarnation, avatar, time travel, yeah, all sorts going on, and that is why we're here today. Yeah. Now, like I said, everything's a hologram above your head. It's all holographical projection. Yeah, your sun, your moon, your stars. Yeah, everything. Your clouds, the background clouds, your Skynet 2. Yeah, airliner traffic. Yeah, it's all holographical. Yeah, it's all mirror technology, projection technology, multiplying, making 3, 4. Listen, like I said before, they could make 5, 6, 10 suns if they wanted. Yeah, yeah, they could do anything they want. Yeah, look, I told you. Yeah. I'm going to show you just. So just quick thing that show you. Right. It's a valve technology, yeah. You've got a projection dome. You've got the technology outside. Look, your TV. There's your screen. Yeah. There's the back of your TV. There, yeah, is what's in your TV. Yeah, that's the back of your TV. That's what's in the TV. Your colour. Your eye perception, yeah, your colour, your eye perception, everything what's going on around you. All this is there. It's like a static. It's a Skynet 1. This does all sorts. I told you, this can charge up pyramids. This can cause all sorts of. This technology here is what's kept you deaf, dumb, and blind. That's how good it is. what sort of technology would you need to keep over 10 billion beings deaf, dumb and blind? Even the most intelligent, the scholars, what sort of technology is this? Well, I've been explaining to you about the technology. Yeah? Yeah? Like I told you, I've been explaining stuff to you for 22 months, what no human in this world ever have. Yeah? Yeah? And isn't it funny that Claudio Nicelli turns up right at the right time and confirms everything I've told you? Well, I've told you a lot more than what he has, because he don't know too much about the races and the ETs. He just knows who's doing what. And nice fella. Like, you can see he's a nice fella. I can feel him. The man cares. Yeah? The man cares. Yeah? Anyone what care, I love any man. I love anyone what cares. Yeah? Anyone. I love anyone what cares. Yeah? If you don't care, you're not worth a bolt. Yeah? That's why, like, again, I know I've broke this down and explained it good for you. Like, I could explain it like in big full detail, but I'll be sat here like for 4 hours. Yeah? That'd keep the truthers in work for the rest of the time, wouldn't it? Yeah? More money they can scheme and blag off of people. Yeah? Right? So we've got all the, look, Jupiter will be up and running proper now. Yeah, yeah, it will be up and running. All these worlds can be all up and running proper. Yeah, all their free energy won't be controlled anymore. Yeah, don't forget, they've had their free energy controlled. You've had yours took away. Yeah, and they even took all the mountains, all those mountains I told you about, the mountains, and all the huge trees the giants put in, yeah, to connect the ground to the ether. Yeah, because that's what it's for. I explained to you at the beginning of the video. Yeah, the trees, the roots, and the mountains. They don't sit on; they go into the ground, and it's what the mountain's made of. It's what rock the mountain's made of. Yeah. And the ether, the electromagnetic field above your head, what gives you free energy, it hits the top of the mountains or the trees, what the greys, well, the custodians had the greys chopped down, yeah, and they travel down the trunk through the roots under the ground, and you're connected to the ground, so you get the energy from the ether in the ground, and you're connected to it. And that's where you get all these like fucked up special powers you can use. Your telepathy, it's just like more advanced to any other world. Yeah. This world will be like the 5-star academy where all these worlds will be coming in and out of now. They've been wanting to come in and out of here for years and years and years. Been too frightened to. Yeah. And they knew teaming up, coming together, forming a GIA, forming space forces, galactic alliances, all coming together consistently, for thousands of years, consistently. A 6,000 year galactic war plus. Are you kidding me? Yeah. And we've come out on top. Yeah. Like, the more and more I think about it, talk about it now. Yeah. Like, how we've infiltrated makes the parasites look pathetic. They think they've infiltrated. All they done was kept the same loyalists, traitors, all the way throughout, give them reincarnation technologies, incarnation technologies, yeah, to make sure that their loyalists and traitors are always always consistently teaching the same teachings upon that colonisation. Yeah, like last reset, and they wiped them all out and recolonised you all like under there, and then like just totally change your history to lose you. Yeah, because like I told you all in the beginning, yeah, the most intelligent person in this world don't know 2,000 years history. Don't know 2,000 history. I told you, humans here, scholars, historians, yeah, archaeologists, yeah, PhDs, you know, all that sort of thing, yeah. All they know is the last 300 years. And that's lies. 300-400 years they know. Yeah? Listen. The world scholars couldn't tell you what that was. So they forgot. And brainwashed. Yeah? But a little nobody like me, well, not nobody, am I? Come along and I'll summed all that up for you, didn't I? 20 minutes, look. I've got it all here as well. Yeah. Alex and Patty, yeah. They make sure I get everything, bless them. Yeah, they make sure I get everything. Yeah. God. That's all I need down here. Bit of love, kindness, respect. Goes a long way. Yeah. And so we ain't got long. Yeah, look, hour and 46 minutes. Here we go. Hour and 46 minutes I've been here for you, look. I even took my coat off. I've got hot. Yeah. But listen, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a little thing here, what I'm gonna do. Like, we'll talk next. I'm gonna get the next video. I'm gonna do like an event rundown, yeah. Let you all know where we're at, yeah. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about. I'm gonna talk a bit about the first generation humans, and I'll tell you why. Because first generation humans had a lot to do with Andromeda, and how they ended up at Pleiades, involved, yeah. All through giant help, Anakim, the Titans, yeah, all through their help. Now, the giants, when we get out of here, and you all start healing, right, you should be worshipping the ground they walk on, yeah, because what the giants has done for this world and all these other worlds is beyond your imagination, yeah. The oath they swore an oath to the human source, to the source of life, is beyond your imagination too, at Lemuria, yeah. What they done is just, and before anyone says, yeah, but well, how come we've done this mess? No, they never left. They just never had a big enough army, yeah. But they've always took grief and shit. They've always tried to save humans after each reset, and they've also always succeeded in saving humans from resets. And these people are part of the infiltration who we've kept along the path, along the way, who's out to us with secrets, spirituality, intel. This is a huge, huge operation, yeah? And it's that huge, like I said, when Trump done his tour, by the time he left, you see their faces, because they knew, for real, yeah, nowhere to run. It's all time up. All done. You got no Anunnaki, custodians and greys on the outside, draconians coming out you. Yeah? The only draconians for Trump, the only parasites draconians left in this world are you. And we're just about to execute you. Yeah? And that's why you didn't see the Queen that day when Trump was at the castle. Yeah? You see, they took her straight away. And that's why you got pictures of Trump all over Buckingham Palace, sat in Churchill's chair, sat in places where she would never have let her own family sit. And he just sat there, yeah? Because she knew, yeah? They all knew, yeah? Like so, I've been excited for a long time, but I'm starting to get really excited now. We're in June, yeah? What are we on? Yeah, 10th of June already. The 10th of June already. And they're just building up to hit you with stuff now, yeah? Nigel Farage for the UK, big significance. That's going to be, yeah. That's going to be a big significance. He's gone in there to disrupt Labour and Conservative, yeah? And he's going to bypass them, yeah? because I don't think we won't get to elections. There's going to be a lot of distraction before that. Like I say, I'm going to go through the rundown list, yeah? On the next video, I'll go through the rundown list. But I've had to explain this to you, or I wanted me to explain all this to you, yeah? And about this behind me, yeah? So you understand, basically, how it's all worked, how it's all come together, how we formed GAAs, alliances, yeah? Secretly infiltrating, yeah? One of the reasons for saving humans from resets is to bring them in on board, yeah? Right? And look, you're going to learn. You don't die. Your vessel die, yeah? You don't die, yeah? This is let's say incarnation, a lot of technologies, avatar technology, time travel technology, yeah? Been using all the parasite technology, what they've stolen, and that with demonic help made better. We've had it all back, and we've put it all back to normal and enhanced it, yeah, and played it and worked it against them, yeah. And it's worked very effectively, very, very well, yeah. So we've gone through this, planned little worlds, natural parasites outside, yeah. I've just showed you how we've infiltrated it all. Yeah, how we've infiltrated everything. How we've come together, got everyone together. Come together. Yeah. Right. Who's out and who? I mean, I've just laid that out for you. Like, so basically, without too much detail, so like a kid can sit here and see what's going on and why we're sat here still alive today. Yeah? And that's why I say, all you truthers, claimers out there, still robbing the public for money, yeah, couldn't give a rat's arse about any child or animal. Yeah? Only worry about them and what they're going to get at the end. Yeah? Future assets. Yeah? Invest in this and that. What are you going to do with all this? Yeah? All you lot. Yeah? Pete Walker, Nino, all that lot. Like I say, I don't ever mention Charlie Ward, because Charlie Ward is a different thing. It's Charlie Ward, yeah, the actor, yeah, who you all look at now and see. That's not the real one, yeah. It's him who's been used with the QFS stuff to catch the crime out. He's a wrong 'un, but we've had to use an actor, Charlie Ward, to entice, yeah, traitors against humanity, finance people who's got their priorities wrong, people who claim, saying they lying about messages, lying about tarot readings, lying about healing, lying about gold and silver, what they're going to get, yeah, because none of these people, yeah, not one of them, yeah, believe what's about to happen is going to happen. And that is why, one of the reasons why I've just explained all this to you, yeah, how heavy and what's gone into it all, yeah, because it's serious shit. None of them knew about all this. Listen, this man here, he don't know about all this, what I've just told you. Yeah? He don't know about all that. He just knows the only reason how he and all these people in here got the intel, yeah, and why they didn't come up against any parasite, is what you lot call the source of life, what we call the force, yeah, the force of the cube, yeah, the force of the dome, the positive force, yeah, and this is where they gets it all from Star Wars and all that lot, yeah, may the force be with you and all that stuff, yeah, but it's all true, yeah, the source of life, the source of creation, the force, yeah, what no one here knew about. Well, you did, but you've had it wiped out of you through resets, yeah, and if you'd had the 8th reset, the reset just about what we just saved you from, yeah, we would have lost you all forever. We would have totally lost the consciousness, the human consciousness forever, because if I turned up after the 8th reset, not one of you would have resonated with me, yeah, not one of you would have resonated with what I've been telling you the last 22, 23 months. you'd have been too dumbed out. It wouldn't have happened. That's why it's apt to happen now. Yeah? Yeah? Not next year. Yeah? Not last year. Not now. It's apt to happen now. Yeah? And it has. Everything on schedule. Everything tick-tock. Yeah? All the playing out is going well. Yeah? No one should be impatient. Yeah? No one should be worried about time. When it's going to happen, because it's going to hit you when you don't even expect it. It don't matter how awake you are, it's going to hit you when you don't expect it. Yeah? Like, and most of all, more than anything, you've got to stay focused. Very, very focused. Right? Now I've explained how these worlds got together, how this lot, we got this lot together, yeah? Because the first 15, 10 to 15, 20 like races, we got to join there, yeah, right? Join like that. Didn't need any talking to. Like that. They was ready. They was creating their own galactic alliances already, yeah? Through spirituality, telepathy, they knew that messages was coming from us. They was all ready to go. Loads of them, ready to go. Yeah? And it's done. And you're all going to see exactly before your eyes the blueprint through the healing process. Yeah? Healing process. And you're all going to see me. You'll all meet me. Every one of you will meet me. Every last one of you. Yeah? You're going to meet all this. You're going to meet all that. Yeah. Because this lot loves you lot. All these people, all these beings, they love you. They love you big time. Yeah. But like I'm saying, we'll leave it there because we'll come up to 2 hours. So I'll give you 2 hours to talk, 2 hours face. I'll do another video in a couple of days. Once I see the views on this, yeah. Because like I say, I've had to explain, like I say, I've had to explain to all that. This one, yeah. Because like I say, it's showing you how it was done, who was involved, yeah, and why we're here now, and what's going to happen in a second, why it's going to happen, and how it's going to happen, yeah. And not only that, I've had to go through all this because the videos what I'm going to do next, you will understand them, yeah. Because I'm going to talk about each different worlds, about their parts and that in it, yeah, like their spiritualities and that, yeah. We're gonna go through it all, but I've just soak it up. But don't worry, everyone. I'm not gonna make you wait for a video like that, like I have done. That, like I say, was a big reason for that. All right, but we'll leave it there, and I'll see you in a couple of days. I love you loads.